Unlocking your mind, the key to extraordinary results. Welcome to the BlackCEO Podcast, where we dive deep into the transformative ideas that can reshape your life and career. Today, we're in for an extraordinary journey that will challenge everything you thought you knew about success and personal growth. I recently had the incredible privilege of interviewing Jeni Jonte, a visionary leader whose insights are not just changing lives, but reshaping entire industries. Her impact on making the world a better place is nothing short of revolutionary, and I'm thrilled to share these game-changing lessons with you. Imagine, for a moment, that everything you believe about your limitations is a lie. Let that sink in. The boundaries you've set for yourself, the invisible barriers that seem to hold you back, what if they're all just illusions created by your own mind? This is the groundbreaking insight that Jeni Jonte shared with me, and it's about to turn your world upside down. We often go through life accepting our current results as the ultimate truth of what we're capable of. We look at our bank accounts, our relationships, our careers, and we think, this is just who I am. This is what I'm worth. But what if I told you that those results are nothing more than a reflection of your past thinking? What if you could completely rewrite your future by changing the way you think in the present? Now, I know what you're thinking. Oh, great, another think positive pep talk. But hold on to your seats, because this isn't about slapping a smiley face sticker on your problems and hoping they'll go away. This is about understanding the profound, scientifically backed connection between your thoughts, your actions, and your results. And that's about recognizing that you have the power to break through your current limitations by harnessing the incredible potential of your mind. Let me share a story that Jeni told me that perfectly illustrates this principle in action. There was a woman named Sarah who had always dreamed of starting her own business. For years, she told herself that she didn't have what it takes. She didn't have the experience, the connections, or the capital. She looked at her current situation, working a steady but soul-crushing job, and convinced herself that this was all she was capable of. But then Sarah attended one of Jeni's workshops, and something clicked. She realized that her current results weren't a life sentence. They were simply the outcome of her past thinking. With this new understanding, Sarah began to challenge her limiting beliefs. Instead of focusing on what she lacked, she started to ask herself, what if I already have everything I need to succeed? This shift in thinking led to a cascade of changes. Sarah began networking with other entrepreneurs, not as someone looking for handouts, but as a peer with valuable insights to offer. She started dedicating her evenings and weekends to developing her business plan, no longer held back by the belief that she didn't have enough time. And when it came to funding, instead of seeing her lack of capital as a dead end, she got creative and found innovative ways to bootstrap her startup. Within a year, Sarah had launched her business. Was it easy? About as easy as teaching a cat to swim. Did she face challenges? More than you can shake a stick at. But the difference was that she now approached these obstacles with a mindset of possibility rather than limitation. She had broken through her old results by changing her thinking, and in doing so, she had created a new reality for herself. This story illustrates a crucial point that Jeni emphasized in our interview. Your current results are not your destiny. They are simply a snapshot of where your past thinking has led you, but you have the power to change that thinking at any moment, and when you do, you open up a world of new possibilities. So how do we put this powerful insight into practice? Jeni shared with me a 3-step process that can help anyone break through their current limitations and achieve new results. Buckle up, because this is where things get really interesting. Step 1, awareness. The first step is to become acutely aware of your current thinking patterns. What beliefs do you hold about yourself and your capabilities? What stories do you tell yourself about why you can't achieve your goals? This isn't about judgment, it's about honest observation. Take a mental inventory of the thoughts that run through your mind on a daily basis. And let me tell you, this can be about as comfortable as sitting on a cactus, but stay with me, because this discomfort is where the magic begins. Step 2, challenge. Once you've identified your limiting beliefs, it's time to challenge them. For every thought that says, I can't, ask yourself, but what if I could? For every belief that tells you something is impossible, ask, what would it look like if it were possible? This step is about creating cracks in the foundation of your limiting beliefs, allowing new possibilities to seep in. It's like being a detective in your own mind, questioning every assumption. and looking for evidence that contradicts your self-imposed limitations. Step 3, reframe. This is where the real magic happens. Take those limiting beliefs and reframe them into empowering truths. Instead of, I'm not good enough, try, I'm constantly growing and improving. Instead of, I don't have what it takes, say, I have unique strengths that make me valuable. This isn't about denying reality. It's about choosing to focus on the aspects of reality that empower you rather than limit you. It's like giving your mind a complete makeover, replacing the old, worn out thoughts with shiny new ones that serve you better. Now, I can almost hear some of you thinking, that sounds too simple. Surely it can't be that easy to change years of ingrained thinking. And you're right, it's not easy, but it is simple. And more importantly, it's incredibly powerful when put into practice consistently. Let me share another story from Jeni that illustrates just how transformative this process can be. There was a man named Michael who had been stuck in the same mid-level management position for over a decade. He had convinced himself that he wasn't leadership material, that he lacked the charisma, the vision, and the decisiveness needed to climb the corporate ladder. In his mind, he was about as suited for leadership as a penguin is for the Sahara. But when Michael learned about the power of reframing his thoughts, he decided to give it a try. He started by becoming aware of the negative self-talk that plagued him daily. Thoughts like, I'm not cut out for leadership and no one takes me seriously were constant companions, like annoying background music he couldn't turn off. Next, he challenged these thoughts. He asked himself, what evidence do I have that I'm not cut out for leadership? Haven't I successfully led teams on numerous projects? Haven't I received positive feedback from my colleagues? It was like he was putting his thoughts on trial. And suddenly, the prosecution's case wasn't looking so strong. Finally, he reframed his limiting beliefs into empowering truths. I'm not cut out for leadership became, I have unique leadership qualities that add value to my team. No one takes me seriously transformed into, I communicate with clarity and conviction and people respect my input. It was like he had given himself a mental upgrade, replacing his outdated operating system with a new, more powerful version. The change didn't happen overnight. It wasn't like Michael woke up the next day and suddenly found himself in the corner office, but over time, his new way of thinking began to manifest in his behavior. He started speaking up more in meetings, offering innovative solutions to problems. He took on additional responsibilities without being asked. He began mentoring junior employees, sharing his knowledge and experience. Within 6 months, Michael was promoted to a senior leadership position. His superiors noted his increased confidence, his strategic thinking, and his ability to inspire his team. The fascinating thing was that Michael hadn't learned any new skills or gained any new qualifications. The only thing that had changed was his mindset. It was like he had unlocked a hidden level in the game of his career, all by changing the way he thought about himself. This story beautifully illustrates a key point that Jeni emphasized in our interview. Your results will always be congruent with your thinking. When you change your thinking, your actions naturally align with that new mindset, and your results inevitably follow suit. It's like a domino effect, but instead of knocking down tiny blocks, you're knocking down the walls of your own limitations. But here's the really exciting part. This principle doesn't just apply to career success or business achievements. It can transform every area of your life. Your relationships, your health, your personal growth, all of these can be revolutionized by changing the way you think. Imagine approaching your relationships with the belief that you are worthy of love and respect rather than feeling like you need to prove your worth. Picture tackling your health goals with the mindset of someone who loves and values their body instead of fighting against it. Envision pursuing personal growth, not from a place of lack, but from a place of curiosity and excitement about your own potential. This is the power of breaking through your current results by harnessing the potential of your mind. It's not about denying reality or pretending that challenges don't exist. It's about choosing to focus on possibility rather than limitation, on growth rather than stagnation, on what you can do rather than what you can't. Now, I know that changing deeply ingrained thought patterns isn't always easy. It requires consistent effort and a willingness to step out of your comfort zone. But as Jeni reminded me in our interview, discomfort is often a sign of growth. If you're feeling uncomfortable, it probably means you're pushing beyond your current limitations and expanding into new territory. It's like working out. If you're not feeling a little sore, you're probably not making progress. So, how can you start applying these principles in your own life? Jeni shared some practical strategies that you can implement right away. And let me tell you, they're game changers. First, start your day with intentional thinking. Before you even get out of bed, set your mental agenda for the day. What kind of person do you want to be today? How do you want to show up in your relationships, your work, your personal development? By consciously choosing your thoughts first thing in the morning, you set the tone for the rest of your day. It's like being the director of your own life movie, deciding how you want each scene to play out. Second, practice gratitude. This isn't just about feeling good, although that's certainly a benefit. Gratitude actually rewires your brain to focus on abundance rather than scarcity. It shifts your attention from what you lack to what you have. And in doing so, it opens your mind to new possibilities. It's like putting on a pair of glasses that suddenly allows you to see all the opportunities around you that you were blind to before. Third, surround yourself with positive influences. The people you spend time with, the books you read, the media you consume. All of these shape your thinking in subtle but powerful ways. Choose influences that uplift and inspire you, that challenge you to think bigger and aim higher. It's like creating a personal board of directors for your life, filled with people and ideas that push you to be your best self. Fourth, take immediate action. Thoughts are powerful, but they become truly transformative when paired with action. Once you've reframed a limiting belief, do something, no matter how small, that aligns with your new way of thinking. This creates a positive feedback loop, reinforcing your new mindset and building momentum towards your goals. It's like turning the key in the ignition of your new empowered life. As we wrap up, I want to leave you with one final thought from my interview with Jeni. She said, "Your mind is the most powerful tool you possess. It can be your greatest ally or your worst enemy. The choice is yours." So I challenge you, choose to make your mind your ally. Choose to break through your current results by harnessing the incredible power of your thoughts. Choose to believe in possibilities rather than limitations. Imagine where you could be a year from now if you started applying these principles today. Imagine the goals you could achieve, the person you could become, the impact you could make on the world around you. The power to transform your life lies within you. It always has. Now that you understand how to harness it, what will you do with it? This isn't just about personal success. This is about creating a ripple effect that can change the world. When you unlock your own potential, you inspire others to do the same. You become a beacon of possibility in a world that often feels limited and constrained. So I urge you, don't let this be just another inspiring talk that you listen to and then forget. Take action. Start today. Challenge those limiting beliefs. Reframe your thoughts. Create new, empowering narratives about who you are and what you're capable of. And remember, every time you push past your perceived limitations, every time you achieve something you once thought impossible, you're not just changing your own life. You're contributing to a collective shift in consciousness. You're showing others what's possible. You're helping to create a world where people understand the true power of their minds. So go forth and unleash the extraordinary power of your mind. Break through those self-imposed barriers. Achieve things you never thought possible. And in doing so, inspire others to do the same. Together, we can create a world where everyone understands and harnesses the incredible power of their thoughts. The future is not something that happens to you. It's something you create, thought by thought, action by action. So what kind of future will you create? The choice is yours. The power is yours. Now go out there and make it extraordinary